Hi, team. On today's social media buzz, I'm going to be talking about Facebook Live videos. And yes, I realize the irony that I'm not doing this from a Facebook Live video. But first, I'm going to start off by telling you why these are really important and why you should be trying them. And then I'm going to tell you my own personal tips for how to be successful. And then I'm going to share some of Shailene Johnson's, a famous social media mogul, her tips for Facebook Live videos. But Facebook is really, really pushing these live videos hard, meaning that when someone does a live video, which is still fairly rare, almost everyone in your network gets alerted and it shows up at the top of the news feed. And then also, it continues to stay towards the top as more people watch it and it gets comments. But also, on your own personal profile, these are featured really high up above your wall, above all that other kind of stuff. It's the videos that you have done and up or have done on Facebook are really prioritized on your own page. Um, but on a little more personal level, people respect live videos because if they see someone going live, first off, that's still really rare, so it'll get their attention. But also, they'll think like, "Whoa, so and so must be really confident about what they're about to do or say because they're live. Can't edit that." And sure, some people will hop on just hoping that they'll see you fail. But in general, people will be like, "Whoa, what does she have to say? Or what are they doing?" So it's still got a lot of that curiosity element. So for all those reasons, do Facebook Live. Hopefully by the end of this, you'll have some tools to feel more confident and comfortable doing them. But yeah, it's a really important new tool to try. Okay, so my tips for Facebook Live videos, I'm going to try to be brief. I'm not good at that. But number one, be prepared, not overly prepared. I never want you to write out a script or anything like that, but be prepared so that so you feel more confident. Whether that just means talking points, like you jot down a few talking points to keep you on track, or whether for you that means you do some practice runs. We all have our different levels of comfortable, but no matter what you do, it really still will be live and it'll be natural and real because it's live. If you make a little mistake, that's live. That's all right. That's okay. So be prepared. That will help so much. And then another tip for me is don't worry about what you look like too much because if they're already on your Facebook, if they're in your network, that means they've probably already seen hundreds, if not thousands, of photos of you. And so seeing you at one time in a video with messy hair or no makeup or something, it's not going to ruin their perception of you forever. So think about it that way. This is one video out of 1,000 different touches that they'll see of you. So remember that. But on that same line, really be aware of your lighting and environment and sound. Right now, I know this is not the best lighting, but I know that you can see my expressions well, and there's not a highly distracting background. There's not crazy noises in the back. There's no loud wind or traffic. So I'm okay. But anyway, so keep those, and it's really a way of being courteous to your audience. If they can't hear you, they're not going to listen or watch, and if they can't see you, they're not going to watch. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Shailene Johnson's tips. I've shared these in a post a long time ago, but I'm going to really condense them here. So first off, she says to give people in your network a warning that you're about to go live. Say in 10 minutes, I'm going to be live telling you about such and such. Or I can't wait to go live at 2:00. You're not going to want to miss this. Little tiny teaser. And then when you start, when you're holding your phone or whatever, and even before you hit start, have your face on. Whatever emotion you're going to be portraying, have that on and ready. Because otherwise it looks like this. Start. Oh, hi. It's very fake. So have it ready to go. It'll look a lot more genuine and you'll be a little more prepared and feel more comfortable. And then once you start, dive right into your whatever you're going to talk about or show. Do not waste time saying, "Hi, I'm just going to wait a few seconds to have a few more people hop on. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Riley. How are you?" because the bulk of people who watch it will be watching it later when it's on your page, not when it's live. And for them, that is just a waste of time and it's kind of annoying. So jump right in to your thing, whatever you're going to be showing or telling or teaching people about. And then when it comes to actual content, she has a really good format to use. You start off by telling people what you're going to tell them. So super quick introduction and summary. This is an old teacher trick it's really effective for retention and engagement. Then the bulk of your actual video is you telling them whatever you're going to tell them or teach them or show them or do whatever. And this is the part where you really boost engagement by asking questions, usually yes or no questions, or something that they're happy to share. Like you say, hey, comment with your city so that we can, or your state, so we can see how many states get represented by the end of this. Or what's the last food you ate? No shame here. Something that they're comfortable sharing, because every comment you get will boost your post even more, which means more people will see it, which means it'll be more effective. And then as you're wrapping that up and you're coming to the end of your video, you are going to summarize and tell them what you told them. So that's the last part of Shalene's format. First, you tell them what you're going to tell them. Middle, you tell them. And then you end by telling them what you told them. I promise it's not redundant when done the right way. It's brief and it's natural. It's not redundant. It's really helpful. But then you add a call to action. That's how you finish your video. And a call to action isn't just, okay, visit my website if you're interested, or see you next time. A call to action needs to be something that they feel like will benefit them, the viewer. So whether that means, message me with your best idea for this, or, reach out to me if you want the next healthy recipe after this one that I just shared or something. Or message me if you want added to this healthy recipes group I'm in. Whatever it is. Sorry, I'm stuck on recipes, but whatever it is. But then one of the best calls to action that you can do is say, okay, now make sure you turn on your notifications so that you get alerted every time I go live. Because, and then you add in the because, so it actually benefits them. Then you can say something like, because the next 3 times that I go live, I am going to do a prize drawing for the people who actually watch this live. Or you could say, every time for people who actually watch my videos live, every time you comment, I'm going to enter your name into a drawing for this prize, for a sample pack. Or, if you're talking about your favorite sustainable water bottle, non-BPA, that's what you'll give away. Whatever you're going to do. If that's your goal, and if your goal is to boost views on your live videos, prizes and giveaways are a great way to do it. And that, asking people to turn on their notifications so that they don't miss it. And then so that is a good way to do it. But then I also do encourage you to figure out some other sort of contest to do for people who watch it later. I know I'm expecting you to give away $100. And I'm just saying, find a way to entice people to watch it live. That's the most important. But then also be realistic and know that not everybody can watch it live. So do something for those who comment later. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. Facebook's live videos are so important to do. It's a great tool, and I highly recommend that you at least try it. If you don't love it, that's okay. Don't do it anymore. But then as long as you're somewhat prepared and you have decent lighting and environment, and then you follow that really simple format for your video, and have some engaging questions and things like that, that will be a very successful video. So I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you later.